The important thing is it's 21 requirements that a landlord must follow. It doesn't have anything to say about what tenants must do. There is no equivalent rules or regulations for what tenants do, but this is everything that a landlord must do. If you violate this, there's several remedies that either the tenant can pursue or ATCP can pursue. And we're on page 2 now. I'm going to jump around, so I'll let you know where I'm going. Section C. And basically, ATCP can investigate any of these violations. They have a complaint form that the tenant can fill out. They can investigate it. If they decide it's bad enough, they can issue temporary and permanent injunctions. They can issue orders to restore the person from any monetary loss that they may have encountered, and there's fines of up to $25,000 to $5,000 per offense, or 1 year in jail, or both. Having said that, I have not seen any of those avenues pursued. The primary avenue that's pursued is what we've talked about, and that's giving the tenant the right to sue you for double damages and attorney's fees. Realize, double damages, it's the amount that you did anything. Whatever you did wrong, it's that amount doubled. So if you fail to return the entire security deposit and you should have, it'll be that amount doubled. If it's you failed to, or you did an improper deduction of $10 from the security deposit, it would be $10 doubled. Okay? The other thing to remember, because this doesn't seem really fair, but there's a lot of case law on this, is the attorney's fees provision. That's always going to be higher than the damages, and it says that you must pay that. Realize, if they have an attorney, even if it's a legal aid attorney or a legal action attorney, somebody they do not need to pay, the law still says you have to pay that attorney at a reasonable rate. So even though it's not out of the tenant's pocket at all, you have to compensate that attorney at their reasonable rate. If it goes up to appeal, as we learned from the Barrow case, you have to pay all of the attorney's fees up on appeal. The other thing is, if you have, let's say the tenant says you deducted something improperly from their security deposit, but you also have what's called a counterclaim, a claim against them. You're going to say, well, you didn't pay rent and you owe me more than what was in the security deposit. Even if you prevail on that, even if that amount is larger than what they sued you for, they only deal with that at the end. Okay, so it works as an offset. So if they can prove there was a violation, even if it was $1 and you owe $2, and they have an attorney, you're going to be responsible for those attorney's fees. And then what they'll do is then they'll look at your counterclaim and they'll say, okay, but tenant, you now owe him $200 because you didn't pay that part of the rent. So even though in the end you only owe them $2 and they owe you $200, you still have to pay those attorney's fees. Okay? So they evaluate it in kind of a systematic way